Right now, festival season kicks off with Hometown Days in Verona. But first, a scary day in the nation's capital as a sonic boom shakes Washington, D.C. What we know about the plane crash that started it all. And thanks to our Call for Action team, a historic Madison theater gets back thousands of dollars so they can light their stage once again after the pandemic. That's all coming up at 10. And thanks for joining us tonight. Developing now, officials say F-16 fighter jets are responsible for a sonic boom heard across the D.C. metro area today. The jets scrambled to respond to an unauthorized aircraft in D.C. airspace, and police have just reported minutes ago that no survivors were found at the site where the plane crashed. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavides reports.
It happened just after 3 in the afternoon, an explosive sound rattling much of the D.C. metro area that officials have confirmed was a sonic boom caused by U.S. jet fighters. NORAD F-16s scrambled at supersonic speed to reach a Cessna 560 Citation 5 aircraft over restricted airspace around the nation's capital. The NORAD aircraft used flares, but the pilot in the civilian aircraft was unresponsive before crashing into mountainous terrain near the George Washington National Forest in southwest Virginia. To be clear, officials say the F-16s did not down the aircraft. The sonic boom was heard across the capital region. In a statement, the Federal Aviation Administration said that the NTSB will be leading the investigation into the crash. President Biden was briefed on the incident late Sunday. The small Cessna departed from Tennessee, headed to New York's Long Island prior to the crash. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
And officials say the aircraft was a Cessna Citation, which can carry between 7 to 12 passengers. And police say a 1-year-old girl was shot and killed on Milwaukee's north side during an argument between adults last night. News 3 Now affiliate WDJT reported today that the child has since been identified by the Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office as Zaire Nevels. Police said the girl was killed near 19th and Atkinson Avenue around 8 p.m. The shooting suspect is reportedly known by police. And Monona police are searching for a person after a chase this morning through part of Monona, Madison, and Westport. And according to Police Chief Brian Cheney, that chase started around 1 a.m. after Monona officers spotted a vehicle on the Beltline near Monona Drive that reportedly fled from Madison officers earlier. The chase took police to I-39 over to Highway 30 before heading toward Northport Drive in Madison, where the driver quickly stopped and his passenger got out and ran away. That suspect is still on the loose as of this broadcast. And at one point, police say the 19-year-old driver tried to crash head-on with one of the Monona squad cars. He eventually surrendered to police in the town of Westport and was turned over to Madison police for his alleged involvement in battery involving a gun. No one was injured during the pursuit. And Madison police recovered multiple shell casings after responding to a shots fired call on the east side overnight. Officers responded to the 2000 block of Portage Road off of East Wash shortly after 3:30 in the morning after getting calls about gunfire in the area. As of this morning, authorities say no one reported injuries or property damage. Police did not have any suspects named as of that time. Let's head outside now for your first warn forecast with meteorologist Gary Canelti. It was another hot one today.
It was, especially for our western viewers. Areas farther to the east weren't as warm as it was yesterday, but still were above normal temperatures. As we check out the time-lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam, notice the clear skies this morning becoming hazy as we headed through the afternoon. That is wildfire smoke from Canada that has been drifting in from the northeast. And as we headed through the afternoon and into the evening, it did become pretty hazy. There is an air quality advisory in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for particulate matter from that wildfire smoke over all of southern Wisconsin. Those with respiratory issues should probably try to stay inside until things start to improve tomorrow. Doppler track shows showers and storms developing to our west and actually moving to the west. So nothing headed toward us, and we stay dry today. High temperatures, mid-80s in Madison, low 80s in Janesville, but notice to the west it was 90 in Boscoville, 91 in La Crosse, and temperatures were in the 90s as far north as Eau Claire, whereas Milwaukee stayed in the mid-70s. Right now, temperatures are mainly in the 60s across southern Wisconsin. Waukesha's already down to 59, but here in Dane County, it's still 63 degrees in Oregon, 63 in McFarland, and 63 in Cross Plains. Look for skies to become partly cloudy overnight. It'll be hazy and a little cooler than last night with a low of 52. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes some rain, but not a lot, unfortunately.
Gary, thank you. Mineral Point firefighters found a house engulfed in flames yesterday after a caller reported seeing smoke on the city's east side. Officials with the Iowa County Sheriff's Office said they got a call of smoke shortly after 7 p.m. The caller said they didn't know where that smoke was coming from, but they could see it from Commerce Street. Police helped track down the source, and when they found it, emergency responders found a home fully engulfed in flames on Jackson Street. Authorities didn't share any information about damages, but say no one was injured in that fire. And the pandemic hit small businesses hard, and 3 years later, many are still working to recover. Madison's Broome Street Theater is no exception, but with a little help from our Call for Action team, they're a little closer to getting back to normal. Braden Ross has that story.
For almost 50 years, the Broome Street Theater has been putting on shows at this spot here on Madison's east side. But a few years ago, they weren't sure how much longer that would last.
Broome Street Theater, it's been around since 1969.
In the more than 50 years it's been lighting the stage, Broome Street Theater has become a Madison staple.
This was started by a UW theater group run by Stuart Gordon, the director of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
The nonprofit theater's early years were marked by pushing social boundaries and igniting creativity.
The city tried to shut the theater down multiple times. It was a different era.
They moved to this intimate 1,200 square foot theater on the east side in 1977, where they've put on more than 300 original plays.
If you work with the audience's imagination, you can put on something that even Hollywood can't do.
But in March 2020, the theater went dark.
It was just so hard to know at first, could we even open a show? We kept thinking we could, and then it would shut down.
Over the years, they'd sold tickets online through a company called Brown Paper Tickets.
It was working well prior to COVID. We would get checks about 10 days later in the mail for each performance.
But when the world shut down, things changed.
We got 3 checks, and we were told, do not cash any of them. We don't have the funds for them. And at the beginning, it's like, okay, we understand the world is turning upside down, so it's going to take a little bit to sort out.
But months of not being paid turned into more than a year, and by early 2023, Broome Street Theater was owed more than $3,000.
It was getting to the point where we were considering writing a play called Brown Paper Tickets. Owes us $3,190.85, because you got to yell those cents in there.
While looking for a resolution, Treasurer Scott Feiner discovered an interesting trend.
Very recent news articles around the country where the only way people are getting paid is by reaching out to their local news organizations to advocate on their behalf to get payment. So I thought, I guess that's what we need to do too.
So he dialed our Call for Action team, who got in touch with Brown Paper Tickets.
After about 6 weeks, we were finally able to get paid.
Now, Broome Street Theater's stage is aglow again, ready to give creativity a place to shine for the next 50 years.
You know, we all have day jobs, right? So it's so meaningful to volunteer in something that actually isn't about money. It's not really about fame either. It's about working together with our local community to really challenge ourselves, tell stories, and give people a chance to express themselves.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
And you can catch Broome Street Theater's current play, An Evening of the Absurd, now until June 24th. And if you have a consumer complaint that needs solving, you can call our Call for Action team from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or reach out anytime online at channel3000.com/call-for-action. And recovery operations are continuing at the site of a 6-story apartment building that partially collapsed in Davenport, Iowa. 2 people remain unaccounted for and are feared dead. Recovery teams Saturday located the body of a man now identified as Brandon Colvin Sr. The news came on the same day Brandon Colvin Jr. attended his high school graduation ceremony. Even though it was a difficult time, he said he feels nothing but love from his family and the community. And Colvin Jr. said after the ceremony, he was going back downtown to be with his dad.
I'm just happy to graduate and be done with school. I'm proud of myself. My dad's proud of me, my family's proud of me. He just give me a hug, tell me he loves me.
The cause of the collapse still remains under investigation, but days before the building came crashing down, inspectors noticed a brick facade had separated from the interior wall, and it appeared ready to fall. Officials say a signal failure may have caused India's worst rail disaster in 2 decades. A preliminary investigation indicated the Coromandel Express heading to Chennai from Kolkata moved out of the main track and crashed into a parked freight train at 80 miles per hour. That caused the engine and first 4 or 5 coaches of the Coromandel Express to jump the tracks, topple, and hit the last 2 coaches of another train heading in the opposite direction. The chief secretary of the eastern state of Odisha says the death toll was revised down from 288 after it was found that some bodies had been counted twice. Today, top Biden administration officials were in Beijing trying to ease tensions between the U.S. and China. When with tensions already high, the U.S. is calling China's move to sending a warship to intercept an American destroyer irresponsible. It's the latest in a string of incidents between the two sides. In February, a U.S. fighter jet shot down a Chinese surveillance balloon hovering over American airspace, sending relations plummeting.
Biden administration officials should stop chasing after their Chinese communist counterparts like love-struck teenagers. It's embarrassing and it's pathetic.
We need to stand strong, and certainly this administration needs to stand strong.
Senior administration officials have worked for months looking to keep intelligence channels open. Last month, CIA Director William Burns made an unannounced visit to China, the highest-ranking official to go to Beijing since that incident. Administration officials expect Biden to meet with President Xi Jinping at some point later this year. The last time they met was last November. And happening today, nothing's better on a hot summer-like day than a cold ice cream. And that's what SSM Health offered cancer survivors at an ice cream social today. This special event was put on for cancer survivors and those living with cancer, their families and friends and caregivers, as well as healthcare providers. And it's fitting that on National Cancer Survivors Day, they could relax during what can be a very trying battle.
We're able to bond with each other. There's a lot of hard work that goes into treating cancer, and to have other people see other family and friends come together like this is really celebrating the joy of survivorship.
The free event was held at SSM Health's Turville Bay Radiation Oncology Center, right along Lake Monona. And youth in the community got a chance to celebrate Pride Month at the Goodman Center today. The first ever Pride celebration designed for youth featured an open mic, raffle, clothing swap, and more. Organizers hope to provide a youth-oriented, family-friendly space.
This is Goodman's first community-wide Pride event. We hope to continue this into the next year as well during Pride Month and do a similar thing and maybe expand more and have more local LGBT businesses join and host some booths, and also have be able to just have more people as well.
The Goodman Center serves all ages with children and youth programs, older adult activities and meals, food pantry, a fitness center, event spaces, and more. Well, still to come on your news at 9, there be dragons in DeForest. Find out about the new public art out on display. Plus, Gary will be back with another check of your first Warren forecast.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including dwellings, for best furniture, home accessories, and best interior design. Vote for all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Fifth Quarter Bar and Grill for Best Sports Bar. Vote today for Fifth Quarter Bar and Grill and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
If you've got the TV volume way up right now, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC Recharge, priced at only $297 for a full pair. These are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear. Nothing shows in the back of your ear. Payments as low as $36 a month.
1-800-276-3995.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Hooper for Best Plumber and Best Heating and Cooling. Vote for Hooper and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Ooh, is it hot in here or is it just Tay Diggs? Do you consider yourself an actor, a singer?
Well, first handsome.
Plus, I'm taking on a 13-year-old track star.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
There you go. Festa Italia brought tastes and sounds of Europe to McKee Farms Park in Fitchburg this weekend. The event began decades ago as a block party in the Regent Street area of Madison, and this year it returned, featuring a spaghetti eating competition. Look at them go! Along with a whole lot of other food, music, and celebrations of Italian heritage and culture.
It's really a celebration with the community, what we can bring to the community, and we also take half of our proceeds and we put that toward our scholarship fund to help deserving high school kids from Dane County.
And today's event featured a Dean Martin impersonator and a bocce tournament. And some new wildlife has been spotted throughout the village of DeForest this weekend. On Saturday, 11 dragons were unveiled as part of the village's first free public art campaign. They'll remain on display through September. 9 of them are located downtown, while another is on display along River Road, and the final one rests along the Upper Yahara River Trail on Innovation Drive. On Facebook, the village said dragons were chosen to represent the area's Norwegian heritage. And the Hometown Days Festival wrapped up in Verona tonight, featuring activities for all ages. The event offered a parade, carnival rides, and of course, it wouldn't be a Wisconsin festival without a beer tent with live music. Organizers say it's time people recognize all the fun that Verona has to offer.
I think it's super cool to bring out Verona kind of to have its thing. I always feel like the surrounding communities of Madison just get lumped into Madison, but Verona's got its own unique personality and demographics. So I think it's a cool opportunity for Verona to just be Verona and celebrate what they are.
Money raised from the event benefits a dozen local organizations. And perfect weather for a parade, wasn't it out there, Gary?
Certainly was. Temperatures were comfortable. It wasn't too hot. The humidity levels were down, but we could use the rain. 3 things you need to know in the forecast: that wildfire smoke is going to continue overnight and into at least tomorrow morning. There's a chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. Not a high chance, probably about 30%. And then from Tuesday afternoon through Friday, we're looking at dry weather with comfortable conditions. Temperatures will be a little warmer at the end of the week, and maybe another chance of thunderstorms by about Saturday. But there are air quality advisories for much of Wisconsin until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. That was issued by the Department of Natural Resources for particulate matter that's in the air because of that wildfire smoke that's been drifting in from Canada from the northeast. Now, as we take a look at Doppler track, today showers and storms developed west of our viewing area and continue to move toward the west, so we stayed dry, and it looks like I say, we're going to see a lot of dry days in there. As we check out future track, you can see skies mainly clear tonight, just that hazy smoke, and then we start to see some clouds move in by tomorrow morning. Now, there will be a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms along in front, but also a lot of dry air in between. So these storms are not going to be very widespread. A few people could get a quick heavy downpour, but there will also be others that don't see any rain at all. And as we head into Tuesday afternoon, the better chances for rain start shifting into Iowa and Minnesota and away from Wisconsin. Those northeasterly winds bring in dry air, and we're back to sunny skies on Wednesday with high temperatures in the upper 70s. That'll be the good part. At least it'll be very comfortable. But take a look at future track precipitation for the showers and storms tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and into Tuesday morning. You can see just, where any individual thunderstorm cell runs, there might be a little bit of light rain, maybe a little heavier downpour within that area, perhaps up to a ½ inch, but also a lot of areas that don't see any rain as well. Just kind of what we've seen in the last few days, spotty showers and thunderstorms. And looking even farther out in the future, over the next 10 days, we're still looking at perhaps less than a 1/10 of an inch of rain over parts of south central Wisconsin, and only about a 1/4 to a ½ inch up in the central parts of the state. The main storm track will stay out to the west. That's where the heavier showers and storms will be, where the more beneficial rains will end up. And then you have temperatures that are well above normal. Madison, 84, not as warm as yesterday, but La Crosse hit 91. Eau Claire was at 90. Temperatures were in the lower 90s through eastern Minnesota and eastern Iowa. That just evaporates what moisture there is and just makes it even drier. But the center of the heat basically extending from the Dakotas just to our west and down into parts of central and southern Illinois. And that heat will continue just more out to our west and southwest for the next couple of days. Air quality advisory in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Again, for that wildfire smoke, look for a high tomorrow of 84 degrees. It'll be variably cloudy. There will be a chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, but they'll be very spotty at best. Planning your day across Dane County, 81 for the high of Mount Horeb, 84 in Sun Prairie, 82 in Deerfield. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 84 in Janesville, 85 Lone Rock, and 84 for the high temperature in Camp Douglas. Future track precipitation for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, into Tuesday morning. Again, you can see just like where the individual cells of showers and thunderstorms go, those narrow bands of rain, and a lot of places missing out on the precipitation altogether. First Warn 7 to 10 day forecast calls for highs in the 70s from Tuesday through Thursday. Very comfortable weather with sunshine returning for the middle part of the week. By the end of the week, we start to warm up a little bit, lower 80s for Friday and Saturday. Some thunderstorm chances on Saturday. Right now, about a 30 to 40% chance. And then after that, another period of dry weather with high temperatures in the lower to middle 80s. There are signs we could turn even warmer by the end of next week.
Wow, even warmer. I noticed the cows in the background. What's your favorite cheese, Gary?
I'm a Parmesan type guy.
Yeah, I like Parmesan too. And speaking of cheese, it's a holy day for the dairy state because it's National Cheese Day. Not to be confused with other popular cheese-related holidays like Grilled Cheese Day, Cheesecake Day, or Mac and Cheese Day. This day is in reverence of the queen of all dairy, the big cheese. The most popular cheese of all is apparently mozzarella, and today cheese dishes can be found on every continent, served savory, sweet, melted, deep-fried, and even chilled in ice cream. And still to come, our big trees. The Brewers are finding their stride and have an inspirational story to show for it. That's next in Sports with Andrew.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WISC-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Gloria's Mexican Restaurant and Tequila Bar for Best Mexican Southwestern. Vote for all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
This is how legends are. 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
After going 11-16 in the month of May, the Brewers, despite having more than a dozen players on the injured list, have turned it on in the month of June. Considering today's National Cheese Day, you know what the crew had to do. Top one with 2 on and cheese you later. Andrew Monasterio hits his first career home run in style. Second day in a row, a Brewer has done just that. It would put Milwaukee up by a trio. Then in the 5th, cheese please, Victor Caratini joins the fondue fiesta. A moonshot put the Brewers up 5-0. Crew would go on to win 5-1, setting up a potential 4-game sweep on Monday. Brewers first baseman John Singleton made his MLB debut 9 years ago yesterday. He celebrated that by making it back to the big leagues for the first time since 2015. It's been a long road for the big man who took 3 years off of baseball, but he says that drive never went away.
Keeping the faith, you know, that is definitely something very hard, you know. It's been a long journey. Once I had time to step away and consider what life really was and what it meant to me, then I was able to put things in perspective.
2 events into the 2023 PGA Champions Tour, and Steve Stricker is perfect. The Edgerton native has won each of the first 2 events of the season, and down in Des Moines today, he was trying for the three-peat. Jerry Kelly, though, was the Principal Classics defending champion. Here's Kelly on 17 for a birdie and a share of the lead. He sinks it to climb up the ladder, drops to 16 under. Let's go to Strick. He's on 18, led a few times throughout the day, and can tie the leader with a birdie here. It just rolls right, leaving both Kelly and Stricker out of the winner's circle. Very strong showing for the duo, though. They each finished 16 under, tying for a second-place finish. First-time NBA head coach Adrian Griffin reportedly added some experience to his Milwaukee Bucks coaching staff in the form of assistant Terry Stotts. Stotts has 13 years of NBA coaching under his belt, including serving as the Bucks head coach from 2005 to 2007, and more recently leading the Portland Trailblazers for 9 seasons.
There we go. Big cheese guy?
We were talking about this a little bit earlier, but I've been exposed to Wisconsin cheeses, which, you hear about, but tell you what, they're a whole different breed. I had a 20-year-aged Hooks cheddar, which if you would have said that to me a few months ago, I would have been like, what does that mean? But I'm telling you, if you know what I'm talking about, and I bet a lot of people do, you know what I'm talking about.
He's getting sharper.
It's Gouda cheese.
It's Gouda cheese. Thanks, Andrew. Bear back.
Hy-Vee's daily deals for Monday are 24 packs of Hy-Vee purified water, just $1.88. That's right, just $1.88. And Honeycrisp apples, just $1.99 a pound. Monday only at Hy-Vee.
This is the all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers, or blasting the air conditioning. Because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, so the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools.
Katie!
Book direct at choicehotels.com.
The world never stops moving, growing, evolving. It demands energy that evolves with it. Meeting this challenge will take more than one solution and more than a little time. It's the work that makes progress possible. Work that drives us, inspires us to deliver the energy we need today while forging new paths to the future in ways that are affordable, reliable, and ever cleaner. That's energy in progress.
You may want to attend college,
but you have a full-time job and kids that need your full-time attention.
How can you possibly attend college?
You learn online at South University.
Earn your degree any hour, any day, from anywhere.
And the credit transfer policies also make it easier to return to college.
The convenience of taking classes where you want.
The flexibility of taking classes when you want.
So you can become who you want.
South University Online.
1-800-211-2082.
At Papa Murphy's, we do more than just pizza. We do calzones.
Papa Murphy's does calzones?
Oh, I think you mean I do the calzones.
And how do you do it, Dad?
How do I do it? How do I do it?
Oh, well, we do it with fresh ingredients and hand-shredded cheese tucked in a scratch-made dough.
That's how, honey.
At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza.
And don't forget the calzones.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including StormGuard Roofing and Construction for Best Roofer. Vote today for StormGuard Roofing and Construction on MadisonMagazine.com.
Hy-Vee's daily deals for Monday are 24 packs of Hy-Vee purified water, just $1.88. That's right, just $1.88. And Honeycrisp apples, just $1.99 a pound. Monday only at Hy-Vee.
Take a whiff of the smell of success. Thursday at 6.
You know, I've never really found cheese as a way to beat the heat, but I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
I guess so.
It'll melt pretty quickly too in the heat. But the other problem we have right now is just that wildfire smoke. You know, some cheese has a smoky flavor to it. You don't want it from the wildfire smoke, that's for sure. There's the live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Air quality advisory in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for that wildfire smoke over southern Wisconsin. Current temperatures mainly in the 60s, a few 50s out to the east. Still 74 in La Crosse. Here in Dane County, temperatures mainly in the lower to middle 60s. 60 right now in Middleton, but 67 in Deerfield. Look for a low tonight of about 52 and a high tomorrow 84.
There we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow on News 3 this morning.